White House with more. Joe, how is that possible?
Anybody's guess, quite frankly, Brooke. Sean Spicer, well, he was back in front of the cameras for the first time in 8 days, but lacking on some of the answers, including to one settled question about Russia's involvement and interference in the last election. Sean Spicer, now 5 months into this administration, still can't say where the president stands.
White House Press Secretary Sean Spicer refusing to say whether President Trump believes Russia interfered in the 2016 election.
I think I have not sat down and talked to him about that specific thing.
Dismissing the unified assessment of the nation's intelligence community.
It's very disturbing because this was a serious attack on our democracy, and at the top of the United States government, there ought to be a level of concern.
Spicer's refusal to answer this basic question, adding to the mounting credibility issues facing the president's spokesman.
I have not had an opportunity to have that discussion. I have not asked him. Honestly, I haven't asked him. Okay. And get back to you.
President Trump has addressed the issue with varying responses.
As far as hacking, I think it was Russia, but I think we also get hacked by other countries and other people. I'll go along with Russia. Could have been China.
But Mr. Trump does not appear too concerned, given former FBI Director James Comey's testimony that the president never asked him about Russian election meddling. Attorney General Jeff Sessions reflecting this in testimony last week.
I've never received any detailed briefing on how hacking occurred or how information was alleged to have influenced the campaign.
Meanwhile, the New York Times raising questions about why the president's fired National Security Advisor General Michael Flynn continued to sit in for the almost daily intelligence briefings from CIA Director Mike Pompeo for 3 weeks, despite concerns across government that he may have been compromised by the Russians.
We told them that we were giving them all of this information so that they could take action.
Pompeo, who was appointed to his position by the president in January, refused to answer questions about whether he knew his own agency's concerns last month.
I can't answer yes or no. I regret that I'm unable to do so.
This is the White House faces growing pressure on how it will respond to the death of Otto Warmbier and new activity at North Korea's nuclear testing site.
It's a total disgrace what happened to Otto. That should never, ever be allowed to happen.
President Trump implicitly casting blame on the Obama administration.
Frankly, if he were brought home sooner, I think the result would have been a lot different.
And tweeting without elaboration that China's efforts to help North Korea have not worked out.
However you might want to interpret that presidential tweet, it is likely to be part of the conversation this morning as the Secretary of State meets with his Chinese counterparts. The president later today expected to fly off to Iowa for a campaign-style rally. Chris and Brooke, back to you.